Okay, so we're going to look at using the graphing calculator to sketch a quadratic function and find the zeros. This is a very useful routine, very similar to the routine that we saw previously. So we're starting off on our calculator, we press Control, add page, we're going to add a graph. We can type in the function that we're given. This one is x squared plus 4x minus 5. So we graph your function, it looks like this. We need to find the zeros. So we need to find the zeros. They have a few different names. We call them the zeros, we call them the roots, we call them the x-intercepts. So we'll have three different names we'll hear used. So we're going to look for the zeros. Again, most of the things for finding things on a graph come under Menu, Analyze Graph, and here it is at the top, zeros. We were using minimum maximum last lesson. Today we'll use zeros. It's the same routine. We scroll across to the left lower bound. This means the x value has to be lower than where the zero occurs. And then we click, and then we scroll across, and we click again. We repeat that process, analyze graph, find the zeros. We repeat that process for the other one, and we get both zeros. Okay, have a go now at finding the zeros of your graph. Have a go at finding the zeros of your graph. Pull me over to the edit step. I'll just pause the video for a minute. Okay, so we're graphing these functions and we're finding the roots. If we graph this first one, what are the zeros for this first one? Fatty.
-2, 5.
So we get x equals -2 and we get x equals 5. Is it a sad face or a happy face? It's a happy face. And it goes through here at -2, here at 5, and we get a happy face looking like this. B, what are the roots of this one? It is x equals -13, x equals -6. Happy face again, isn't it?
Yeah.
We go through these 2 points and we look something like this. C. Who have we not had? Please. X equals -1, x equals 7. Happy face again.
Yeah.
We're looking like this, -1 and 7. Okay, so what's the key connection here? What's the key connection? Look at these roots, look at the functions. Make this connection for yourself. Look at the numbers we've written down, and look at the functions we just typed in. What is the link? What is the link? Okay. Isla. No. Leo. No. Leo. Sorry. It's a collection of A, L, and I sounds.
You like T?
Sorry.
Like the number in each expression. You flip the sign and then that's one of the zeros.
Excellent, excellent. So we take this number here and this number here. It's the same number, but the sign has changed. It's the same number, but the sign has changed. This is crucial. This is the crucial part to this lesson. Absolutely crucial. So here we have a +6. So this is going to give us a -6. Here we have a -7. This is going to give us a +7. All the way through. So here we have a 13 and a +13, a 5 and a -5. And that is everything you need to know to pass the next exam. Not quite, almost. So we've made our interesting conclusions. Next up, write these functions in standard form. So expand the brackets. Expand the brackets. Shortcut for this. So here for this first one, you should have expanded the bracket. I'm going to use a shortcut. So this first one, we get x times x gives us x squared. We're always going to get a trinomial. We're going to get an x squared, an x, and a number. The x term, take these two numbers and add them together. What do we get? -3 plus 4, we get 1. So we get plus 1x. Take these two numbers and multiply them. We get -12. So I can do this in one step. These two numbers, we need the sum of these two numbers, and we need the product of these two numbers. So this one here is the sum. This number here is the product. This idea of sum and product of those two numbers inside your factors is everything. Everything. So for instance, for this next one, you want to start off by putting a bracket and ignoring the 5. We'll put a bracket there and ignore the 5. We'll put the 5 here for now. We'll put a bracket. We'll then use the sum and product technique. So x times x, x squared. Add these two together, plus 8x. Multiply these two, plus 12. So we expand the bracket inside with the sum and product technique, and then we times everything by 5. We get 5x squared plus 40x plus 60. Let's try this last one. We put a little square bracket here. We ignore this minus 3 for now. And we do the bit inside. What are we going to get inside? Maren? X squared. What's the sum?
3 minus 3x.
Minus 3x. And the product?
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Then we need to expand the bracket. We'll get minus 3x squared plus 9x plus 30. Take note of this sum and product technique. Very much so. Very useful. Makes it very quick. On the next part of the course, quadratic equations, we need to go backwards. So we need to start off with something looking like one of these blue ones, and we need to get to the black one. We need to go backwards. We do it by using the sum and product. So get used to sort of seeing the sum and product. All right, a couple of problem-solving questions to finish this off. This one's a tricky one. Work together in pairs. This is a harder problem. Work together in pairs. See if you can figure out what M and N are. This is an extended problem. For those wanting to go to IM3 extended, we're going to be introducing into the course extended problems in class and strategies to prepare you for the bridge into IM3 extended next year. Anyone getting an A on the semester exam, you're heading towards IM3 extended. Anyone on a B or higher, we need to have a conversation. Anyone getting lower than that, IM3 regular is your pathway.
Despite ending the year with less 3 of blue plus